Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a fellow who is actually the center of a recent race. It's not how I got him, though. I got him by putting cells together from various sources. This is Balor! And he showed up with all his rune slots open. Wasn't that nice of him? So anyway, we're going to find a nice home for him, and we're going to see what he's got. Yeah, a spot opened up really nearby. Sad situation. Very sad. Okay, I kind of thought he ran off there for a while. He took one look at the little crash dummies and ran for his life. I'm glad to see he came back. Alrighty, so he's a nature lover too, apparently. He likes trees. He likes crushing his enemies with trees. Alright, let's take a look at this guy, whom we're going to, of course, rename. Oh, look at him, is he cute? Yeah, he's going to lose that cuteness really quickly. So this is Balor. He is a legendary. He likes to play with rocks. Is that coming down? Okay, he threw it straight up in the air. I was wondering if it was coming down. Anyway, he's a legendary. He's Earth. He is hardened. And status effects have a 20% chance of not attaching themselves to him. Alright, he is not getting a buff, so we're looking at real skills here. He's got a really good power here. He's kind of strong. Really meaty. Solid life. Really good. Speed is not too bad at all. Some really good stuff here. Really good stuff here. Let's check out some skills before he hurts himself. Okay, Killer! Yeah. Deals low physical damage to one enemy. Lock Ethnu. Thank goodness it's an early skill, so it's going away really quickly. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy. And of course, that wonderful skill we saw, Small Branch. Didn't look small to me. Deals massive earth damage to all enemies, applies stun to all targets. Okay, with his power, that's actually going to be a lot of damage too. So that's pretty useful indeed. This colossal beast once led a race of giants. When he began abusing his power, they created a potion and hid it in his food. But the potion was so powerful, it caused him to grow a venomous eye. Now, anything he looks at is instantly blighted. Okay, blighted, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting indeed. All right, so, eventually he's going to hurt himself, so I think we should start feeding him. All right, let's get him to level 4 and his first evolution. There he is. Yeah, not quite so cute anymore. Yeah, not quite so cute anymore. Okay, I hurt his feelings. Come back. Okay, he came back. All right, good. He was just, testing me and such, I suppose. All right, so let's get with the skills, which start at level 7. Dangerous Sight. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy, 50% chance of applying poison. Okay, so that's the blighting thing. Poisoning is good. It's kind of rare, though, for a earth creature, though. But that's okay with me. Usually it's nature creatures that do the poisoning. So let's continue to level 10 and his next skill. 7 Cloaks. Heals self by 50%. Well, that's not bad, actually. That's a pretty good heal. 1 round cooldown, low stamina, early on. That's kind of interesting. Alright, let's continue to level 15. And his next skill. Deadly Blink. Deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies blind to one enemy. Alright, that's pretty nice. We'll just throw that up there. Get rid of that one. Alright, let's get to level 20 and some more skills. Nether Demon. Deals moderate earth damage to all enemies, applies regeneration to itself. That's interesting. I mean, that's a pretty good hit there, too. It's high moderate. Obviously, there's no chance of me keeping this one, right? I mean, applying, especially if you do this one early in a fight, and with his health, that could be very useful. So I'm going to throw that one there. I mean, that's a kind of hit you might end the game with right there. That might be in his final spec, because that's pretty good. Unless, of course, there's a better one. But, I mean, that's pretty good, though. 225. Another skill. Lock Na Sul. I don't know. Deals moderate special damage and applies total blind to one enemy. Applies quicksand to all enemies. Wow. Low stamina 2-round cooldown. Let me think about that. I'm thinking this one. The quicksand to everybody is really nice. What was this? I don't think I'm going to keep this one. The deadly blink. I mean, why apply blind to one enemy when you can do total blind? And then the quicksand? Yeah, that just seems like a really good idea. That just seems like a great idea to keep that one. Okay, there he is, his final form. Yeah, remember how cute he... Okay, I hurt his feelings again. I was about to say, you remember how cute he used to look? He doesn't look that way anymore. No, he doesn't. Okay, so let's continue now. We want more of these skills. Maybe at level 30? Rotten Gaze. Deals very heavy earth damage to one enemy, applies poison. Okay, that's a really good skill. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Because after all, that's an upgrade right there. Because this was the poison one. It's still 0 cooldown. And it's a very heavy hit. That's a really good one there. Getting some good skills here. Okay, seriously. Okay, so let's go to level 35. Balor of the Evil Eye. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies. Applies total blind and quicksand to all enemies. I think that's going to go in the first spot. Yeah, I think that's going to go in the first spot. Okay, so the damage is nothing to write home about. It says moderate, or it's really low. But you know what? That's not why you use this skill. Total blind is really good, and then you throw quicksand in there too? Wow, that's kind of awesome right there. That's kind of awesome right there. That's actually a higher version of the other skill we got, this one here. It still does, this one does quicksand to everybody, and it does total blind to one target. So I'm wondering, yeah, I was about to say, is this one disposable now? No, total blind is not disposable. No, absolutely not. All right, so let's continue. I mean, you figure it's got to have 2 more skills, but I mean, we got good stuff here. Poisonous Sight. Deals massive earth damage to one enemy, applies poison to... Okay, well, that's pretty nice right there. Obviously, it's an upgrade of this one. Let's look around for a second. 2-round cooldown. If I keep that one, it's a 3-round cooldown, 3-round cooldown. He doesn't really have much of a problem with cooldowns. I mean, if I'm going to hit somebody, I might as well hit them as hard as possible, especially with his strength. Yeah, you got to take the upgrade. It's 1-round cooldown. You got to take the upgrade. I mean, 0 is nice, but I mean, it's not like he's got a lot of 4s and 3s and stuff like that. He's got another one which is a 2. So I mean, he's not going to have any problems. He's not going to have any problems. All right, so that's pretty nice. Do we have anything else? You'd figure we'd have one more, but I guess it would have to be an upgrade. I wouldn't mind an upgrade of that regeneration one, but I mean, it's already pretty awesome. You know what I mean? Rotten Gaze. All right, we just got rid of that one because we got the upgrade. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of good skills. It's hard to actually choose, right? But you got to go with the upgrades when you get them. Level 50. King of the Fomorians. Temporary doubles Balor's maximum life. All single targets... Okay, this is a taunt. There's a very good question. How do you see this guy? Do you see him as a tank, or do you see him as a damage dealer? You know, if you look at everything else he does here... Okay, that's a massive hit right there. That's a moderate hit that gives him regeneration, but it's high moderate. This is moderate, but it's high moderate. And this one here is probably his lowest damage hit, but let's face it, that's not the reason you use this one. So this is a good question. Do I take any of these out for him to tank for a round? That's a very good question. I can't think of any one here. Of all of them, this one's probably the most disposable because this one does that. But you can't toss away a total blind on a single target. It's just too useful. I mean, the damage is okay. Quicksand, they probably have quicksand on already, but it's a single target blind. You can't just say no to that. And this one here is his biggest solid hit, and it gives poison as well, so you can't do that. Do I want to get rid of this one? I don't think so. I mean, it's good damage, and he's going to have good damage. and also does regeneration. That might be the second attack I use. You use this one, you get all the bad stuff on, then you use this one for follow-up damage, and then to get the regeneration going. Unless, of course, you need to blind somebody. I'm going to have to say no to this one. The way I'm going to play him, I just don't see him as a tank. I don't want to give any of these up. I really don't. I don't want to give any of these up. These are all just very, very useful. Very, very useful. So I am going to say no. All right, so we got two. That's probably it. I'm guessing we're just going to get repeats of what we've seen already. Okay, Rotten. Yep. We got the better version of that one. And finally, at level 60, Rotten Gaze. Yeah, they really want. But I got the better version of that one. Okay, so this is Balor. Let's just take a look at the final numbers here. All right, this is pretty. He's really chunky with the life. Really chunky with the life. Power is not bad at all, and the speed. He's not really that quick, but he's not incredibly slow. He's definitely not Worker Hulk, right? Definitely not Worker Hulk. He's pretty darn good. He's got some really nice skills here. There was some decision making to make, especially in the end, but the way I'm going to play him, I think I went with the right ones. All right, let's take a look at the skills again. This is Balor of the Evil Eye. I'm guessing this is his moneymaker right here, Basically, he does total blind, he does quicksands. This skill does both. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies total blind and quicksands to all enemies. Requires cooldown. That's just really good. Total blind, 100% chance of missing. And then quicksands is a really good dot. And I don't think anyone is immune to it. It can be resisted. Obviously if he misses, none of it sticks at all. But it's a really good combination. Very good. Good to lead off with. Now, he's not denial. But what he could do is he could do a follow-up. If there's true denial that goes really quickly, and then the other team goes, and he goes after that, he could just put blindness on them then and make it so that a second turn they're just going to miss. Very, very useful indeed. Yeah, you're not going to make a primary denial out of him. He's more like supporty damage type of a thing there. Anyway, then we have Loch Nasul. I don't know. Deals moderate special damage and applies total blind to one enemy. Applies quicksand to all enemies. Okay, now this one in a way is a little bit wasteful because it's a single target version of the first one. Chances are anybody who has quicksand who can have quicksand probably has it already from the first skill. The reason I kept this, it's a good hit. It's only 2 rounds. It really helps with him balance. The thing about it is you can't just say no to a single target total blind. It's just too useful. You just can't say no to that. I more or less took this one over the tanking one that I said no to. It's a total blind. You can't say no to that. All right, and then we have Poisonous Sight. This is his biggest damage hit. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy, applies poison to one enemy. All right, so this is a really solid earth hit that gives poison to a single target. Pretty nice. Not bad at all. After all, with his power, it's probably going to do a lot of damage. Very, very useful. And then we have Nether Demon. Deals moderate earth damage to all enemies, applies regeneration to itself. This one, it came pretty early, but like I said, it looked the kind of thing you would actually keep. One, it's decent moderate earth damage to all enemies, and then it gives him regeneration. So with his life, it's going to mean a lot of health coming back to him. Very, very useful indeed. As I said, likely the second attack that I use, just so that he gets the regeneration when he needs it. But that could be very, very useful too. Now, the one that I'm guessing the only one that I missed was that one, right? I mean, nothing else here. We got the upgrade to that one. That one is nice, but I'd rather have the damage and the regeneration, Yeah, this one's really good for if you want to make a tank out of him. I mean, he certainly does have the health for it. It's just that I don't see anything here I'd like to get rid of. I like all of these skills. I really like all these skills. It really comes down to this one. You probably substitute the tanking one for this one because it is similar to the first, and you're really only doing this for the total blind. But the total blind is just so useful that I couldn't say no to this one. And the rest of the skills are just really good. He's got a lot of skills, so that's gonna say no to that tanking one. It's useful. It's very useful, but I think the rest of the skills here are even more useful. All right, so let's look at this. I'm guessing strength. I mean, I don't think I would put speed on him. I don't think I would put speed on him because he's not going to be denial, and I don't think he's going to be denial. What I would probably do is I'd put 2 big old strengths on him, and then I'd put a life on him. I might as well take advantage of that big life he's got and make it even bigger, you know? That's kind of what I'm thinking in terms of. Might change my mind, but I do think that's basically the way that I'm going to use him. So anyway, this is Balor, and he's actually really, really good. He's got some nice stuff. Can't wait to start testing with them. And I keep getting these guys, and my testing team keeps changing and changing. Gonna have to do that one of these days. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.